Okay, hello everybody, it's Elizabeth again, and Ella back there. If you notice Ella just a little more bald than usual, it's because she had a little situation at the groomer, but she's okay. She's just, more bald. She just came out a little more bald. Anyway, she's just resting. So today I thought we would continue our creative exploration by doing another thing that's quite easy. It is a holiday bracelet. I'm gonna show you how to put this clasp on. It's like a little lobster clasp and a little attachment. And then also gonna show you how to do the little crimp bead. This also goes for a necklace, but you know, obviously a necklace would be like longer and not so tiny for this bracelet. Anyway, what you need, most importantly, is this stuff here. It's called bead stringing wire, and you just take it off. Here, this thing. And you just cut about 10 inches off for your bracelet. And you can always use just this stretchy stuff, but I like how the clasp looks a little better versus just having like a little stretchy bracelet. But this does make your life a lot easier. You just like put your beads on it and you tie knots. Okay, so you need your little cutters. You know these. You need your crimper tool. This is quite an interesting tool. I'm gonna explain it to you when we start to use it. But it's just called a crimper tool, and it's for our crimp bead. It's just, that's what you need. These pliers, I don't know what they're called, but if you know what they're called, then just let me know in the comments because that'll be handy. And then these just regular round pliers. So I kind of got started just because, like, it's just kind of a little bit longer process than the earrings. Oh yeah, and I wanted to show you the beads I picked out. So I picked out these saucer beads. And obviously red because for the holidays. These are Swarovski bicones. They're kind of the larger ones. There's tinier ones, but I picked the larger ones. These, it's just like a little three-sided bead. And then these are just spacer beads. They come in all different shapes and sizes, but they're kind of like filler beads so that you're not just using like the colorful beads, and you got these little ones just to like fill and just be more decorative. So you need that stuff. Then you need your little lobster clasp. You know this, you've probably seen them before on jewelries. You need your crimp beads. You can probably hardly see this, but let me show you. It's just a crimp bead. It's just a very tiny bead that we're gonna smash to connect our string. And then this is called a crimp bead cover. It's gonna cover your crimp bead and just make it like an overall more polished look. Okay, so I always start from the middle and I just work my way out with this string, with my beads on the string. And I'm just gonna continue my pattern. And this is just, you know, where you can get creative. You can pick whatever kind of beads you want as well, and just, you know, just do your thing. It's whatever your heart desires. Yep. Okay, so I'm trying to see what comes next. Okay, so, okay, I need the saucer bead. And the jewelry I'm wearing today, I did actually make. The earrings I made, they're called, I use a wrapped loop to make them, and they're just little hoops. And I use my favorite bead. I don't know if you recall, but my favorite bead is the Czech Fire Polished crystal. And they're in silver. And those are really cute. And then I also made my ring in, I used one of the magazines that I showed you last time. It took me step by step. It was kind of hard at first, but I did it a few times and then kind of got the hang of it. So I'm just putting my beads on here. And this can be quite relaxing, like just putting beads on a string. It's just kind of therapeutic. I think that's why I do lots of arts and crafts. It's just to get my therapy. But remember that when you add your clasp, it is going to take up room on your wrist. So do not make this like way too long, because it's going to add more like space when you add your clasp. So I think that's enough. Yeah, I feel like that's enough. Okay, so what you're gonna do next is you're gonna get your crimp bead and you're gonna put it on one side of your string. You can probably hear my roommates. They're like, I don't know what they're doing out there. And then you get one side of your clasp and you just put it over. And then you have to, so you have your crimp bead, it's that one, and then you have your clasp, and then this string, you gotta put it through the crimp bead. Okay? And now you need your crimping tool. Now this tool has two parts to it. The bottom part is like a little crescent moon shape. And then the top part is just like a little, kind of like a circle shape. So you're gonna use the bottom part with a crescent moon shape, and you kind of put your crimp bead on there, on that part, and then you're just gonna squish it. Make sure it's nice and squished. So it kind of looks like smashed. I don't know if you can see that. Then the other part, the top part is just like a little circle. You're gonna just fold your crimp bead like a little taco. Okay? And then you have some excess, you just cut it off with your cutters. And then you're gonna do the same thing with the other side, with another crimp bead. And, oops, I need a crimp bead. These things are like so tiny, like sometimes you just can't find them. Okay, so you're gonna do the same thing on this side. You're gonna put your crimp bead on there, and then the other part of your clasp on there, on your string. Just do there. And actually I'm gonna cut off a little bit of this excess because it's a little bit much. Okay, and then you're going to, once again, you're going to string your string through the crimp bead. And this is where you can use your pliers to kind of maneuver it to where it's tight. There you go. And you're going to crimp it again with your crimper. Use the bottom part first and make it into a little crescent shape. Squish it. And then use the top part to fold it into a little taco. And there you have it. It's kind of like your bracelet. Cut the excess. And you could leave your bracelet like this, but we're just gonna do the little extra step that makes it just a little more polished, and that's your crimp bead cover. Because your crimp bead does kind of look a little squished, you know, it's just like a little squished bead. Then you're just gonna cover it up with the crimp bead cover. And here's some like excess string that I don't really like, so I'm gonna cut it off like really close to the crimp bead. Okay, so now with your crimp bead cover, I'm gonna use these pliers. If you all could help me figure out what these are called. But that's your crimp bead, just kind of like a little crescent shape. You're gonna cover your crimp bead with it, and then just kind of smash it to where it closes off to like a little circle or like a little round bead. So now it just looks like a regular bead. That's the cover. Same thing with the other side. Actually, there was a crimp bead stuck in here. See how they're so tiny that you just can't even see them? Okay, so then you cover your crimp bead with your crimp bead cover, and you're just gonna squish it. Close it, like kind of close it together. Okay, just kind of close it together. If it lets you. Oh, there we go. And just make sure it's connected and round it off and not like awkwardly smashed together. Okay, and there you have both of your crimp bead covers on there, and then there you have your bracelet. Ta-da! Oh, I feel like I kind of made it too tight. I pulled it too tight. And this one's like a little more like loose. Anyway, it's still cute. Yeah. So this does fit me big because every time I make bracelets, people are like, you make your bracelets too small. And, you know, I try to sell my stuff. And so most people's wrists are bigger than mine. But even though I make it bigger, I swear there's still people who are just like, it is way too small. You gotta make it bigger. Anyway. So that's your bracelet, your holiday bracelet. You can wear it anywhere you go for the holiday season. Go shopping, go to parties, whatever. So yeah, this is your cute little bracelet. I hope that you learned some stuff today. I hope you enjoyed my video. I I really want to go somewhere. And this week for Thanksgiving, I might be going somewhere really cool. And I've been wanting to play my ukulele. So I just started playing the ukulele like a few weeks ago. And I don't know. I just thought that would be a fun, another fun creative like outlet and that I could show you guys. So yeah, I think that's about it for our video. Comment in the comments section. I would love to hear from you guys. If you know what the name of that tool is, or just comment anything your heart desires. All right, thanks for watching.